On a street in Los Angeles, a woman and her family were waiting for the traffic light to turn green. Suddenly, strange bubbles started bubbling eerily from a nearby fountain. A dog on the sidewalk seemed to sense something was wrong, barking anxiously. Cracks spiderwebbed across the pavement beneath the feet of a police officer directing traffic. The next second, the road collapsed instantly. A massive sinkhole appeared out of nowhere right before their eyes, rapidly swallowing everything around it. People were stunned, frozen for a moment. Then sheer panic erupted as everyone scrambled desperately to escape. As the ground gave way, nearby buildings began to crumble and fall into the expanding chasm. While trying to flee, the woman's son managed to save a little girl, but was immediately knocked down by the stampeding crowd. His mother rushed to help him, but before he could get clear of the edge, the boy fell into the pit. Moments later, the collapsing ground caught up to the mother. Her daughter reached her just in time, grabbing her hand. But not wanting to pull her daughter down with her, the mother wrenched her hand free and plunged into the abyss. The daughter was devastated. With only one leg, she desperately raced against the encroaching disaster. But then, something unbelievable happened. Down in the darkness, the mother who had fallen suddenly opened her eyes. She wasn't dead. Miraculously, she wasn't even injured. Looking around in bewilderment, she found herself in the middle of a dense, unfamiliar forest. High above, a massive, glowing crack split the sky. Her first thought was of her son, who had also fallen. She frantically pulled out her phone, but there was no signal. She had no choice but to start searching for him on foot, completely unaware that her wedding ring had slipped off her finger back where she landed. Walking deeper into the woods, she spotted smoke rising in the distance. Running towards it, she found a clearing where all the others who had fallen into the sinkhole were gathered, also seemingly unharmed. Just then, her son ran towards her from the edge of the woods. They were reunited, clinging to each other in a tight embrace. Soon, the survivors banded together, trying to figure out where they were, how to survive, and most importantly, how to find a way back home. They started pooling their resources, collecting all the food and water they could find. As the mother was comforting her son, a starving wolf suddenly emerged from the trees. Terrified, the mother and son bolted, the wolf chasing close behind. A man sitting in one of the cars that had fallen into the pit panicked. At the same time, another wolf appeared, hunting for prey near the car. A woman frantically yanked on the car door, trying to get inside, but the terrified man froze, forgetting to unlock it. The wolf lunged at the woman. Helpless, she scrambled underneath the car, barely escaping its jaws. Frustrated, the snarling wolf turned its attention towards the other survivors. Desperate to protect his family, another man grabbed a heavy stick from the ground and tried to fight the wolf off, but he was no match for the beast. The wolf tackled him easily, clamped its jaws on him, and dragged him off into the dense woods. Meanwhile, the first wolf was still relentlessly pursuing the mother and son. It lunged again, knocking the boy to the ground. Fiercely protective, the mother grabbed the nearest rock and slammed it against the wolf's head, knocking it down momentarily. The wolf staggered back up, ready to pounce on the mother, but just as it leaped, a gunshot rang out. The wolf dropped dead in its tracks.